Have you ever wondered how you appear in the eyes of others? What do they see? How much more receptive might people be to you and your message if you present yourself in the best possible manner? The purpose of this video is to help you improve your effectiveness visually and socially.
When my husband was a mission president, we had a sister serving in our mission who seemed to have no concern for her physical appearance. In fact, because of her lack of grooming, no one wanted to be her companion. But when I talked to her about the importance of cleanliness and appearance, I was surprised to hear her say, "I'm here to teach the gospel of Jesus Christ, not to be in a fashion show." Obviously, this sister didn't understand that being our best self is the essence of the gospel.
President Spencer W. Kimball wrote, "I assure you that all church standards, both those relating to moral conduct and those relating to dress and grooming, are the result of intense, prayerful consideration by church leaders." As we review some of these guidelines, be open-minded and ask yourself if any of these reminders apply to you. A basic self-check is to ask yourself, does my clothing reflect the dignity of my calling? Do I have a professional look, conservative and confident? For elders, dark colors in suits and pants are appropriate. Sisters should wear conservative, subdued colors of low intensity, not too bright. For elders, socks are to be solid colors of either black, dark brown, or dark blue to harmonize with the color of your suit and shoes. And don't wear argyle socks. For sisters, anklets are not to be worn. Also avoid patterned or bright-colored hosiery. Sisters, be careful your dresses and skirts are not too long. They should be long enough to cover your knees when you're seated, but not longer than mid-calf when standing. Skirts which are too long can usually be hemmed up easily. Also, be careful of wearing styles that are too casual. Too trendy, too frilly or too overdone, and of course t-shirts, polo shirts, and golf shirts are not appropriate. Keep accessories simple, no dangly earrings or fat items, such as large hair bows. Elders, wear ties of medium width and of conservative patterns and colors. Shoes should be dark and coordinate with your suit. And of course, shoes should always be polished. The look should be businesslike, not collegiate. In cold weather missions, where layering is essential, make sure layers coordinate and maintain that professional look. A hodgepodge appearance is not attractive, even if the temperature is cold. A final word on wardrobe. Be cautious about thrift shopping. Sometimes the lowest prices might mean the lowest quality too. Low-quality items do not always launder or fit as well as they should. Shop for the best value, not necessarily the best price. If you have any questions concerning the appropriateness of your wardrobe items, don't hesitate to check with your mission president, because your proper appearance is vital to mission success. As we review standards of appearance, we should also reflect on our own personal habits of hygiene and grooming. In warm weather missions especially, missionaries must take even greater care to keep themselves well-groomed and presentable. Ask yourself these basics. Do I wash and bathe frequently, using deodorant regularly? Are my clothes clean, mended, and well-pressed? Do my hair and nails reflect cleanliness and grooming? Does my haircut conform with a businessman's appearance? Do I use sunscreen each day to avoid skin damage or illness? Good sunscreens which do not cause acne are now available. Do I practice good dental hygiene? Does my breath smell fresh and unoffensive? An additional checklist for sisters might include these questions. Is my hosiery free from runs? Are my shoes in good repair? Is my purse clean and uncluttered? Elders, you might ask, are my shirts pressed, shoes shined, and clothing mended and laundered regularly? If you have concerns about care of clothing, such as mending, pressing, or laundering, ask for help from your mission president or refer to the video, Care of Clothing. Now that we have briefly addressed proper wardrobe and grooming, let's consider another very important area, visual and social poise. Visual poise means how we actually appear to others. It starts with good posture and an alert, cheerful countenance. Good posture means stomach muscles in, back and shoulders straight, and head up. Good posture not only makes us appear confident, but feel confident as well. A sincere smile, eye contact, and a firm handshake communicate that we care. Handshakes should be a straight-handed clasp, solid but not too firm, like this. Not this, or this. Sometimes when we get nervous, we tend to display nervous habits which can distract from our message. We may not even be aware we are doing them. Evaluate yourself for any such habits and ask your companion to let you know if he or she notices nervous habits which can be corrected. One bad habit which should always be avoided is gum chewing. Can anything good be said about how a person looks while chewing gum? If visual poise is how we appear, social poise is how we act. One of the most important things you can do is to be genuinely interested in the people you meet and make them feel comfortable with you. That means saying the first kind word, asking them about themselves, and then really listening to what they have to say. Always remember to say please and thank you, and to show appreciation for any kindness given you. These are words often overlooked. Thank you notes take so little time and mean so much. Always write thank you notes to the doctors who attend you. And what about introductions when meeting people? When introducing yourself, all you really need to say is, "Hello, I'm Sister Brown, and you are?" Then you might engage in a short conversation by asking a question or two. And don't forget the rules of introduction. Introduce women to men. Sister Jones, this is Brother Smith. Introduce an older woman or man to a younger one. Sister Jones, I'd like you to meet Sally Brown. Or, Brother Smith, this is Elder Green. When taking investigators to church, be sure to introduce them to several friendly members so they'll feel like they have friends and they're a part of the group. Also, try especially hard to remember names. Listen carefully when you meet a person. If you should forget a name, simply say, "I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name." Then be sure to listen carefully so you'll remember the next time. And finally, a very important aspect of social poise is being able to handle yourself in an awkward situation. You just may find yourself saying a wrong word, spilling food at dinner, or doing something else that might embarrass you. What do? Don't overreact. Just pause, take a deep breath, think of the kindest thing you might do or say for all concerned, and do it. Be gracious, apologize if necessary, and maintain your good sense of humor, but don't dwell on the incident. Another situation which can be awkward for missionaries deals with animals and family pets. Getting attacked by a dog is a situation which can be not only frightening, but dangerous. While different opinions exist about what to actually do, ranging from speaking in friendly tones to the dog, to saying no in a very low, firm, and authoritarian voice. The thing not to do is to run, and under no circumstances should you kick at the animal. Stand still and assume an extremely confident, in-control air. Often this will disarm the animal, and it will be less aggressive. When visiting homes, keep in mind that many people look at a family pet as a family member, even as another child. Be as kind to the family's pets as you are to them.
One of the difficulties that I had on my mission was that I was allergic to cats. And sometimes the people we visited, they wanted me to hold their pet. Well, I just learned to admire the pet and just very gently explain the situation.
Also, a story about my son, a former missionary from Oregon, was invited back into a family's home after a year of them not even wanting anything to do with the missionaries because a former missionary had kicked their dog and had said, "If it comes near me again, I'll kick it again." And of course, that's not to be done in the mission field. It's hard to believe it was. So after a year, they invited the missionaries back, and I believe they were baptized.
If you get dog or cat hair on your clothing, say nothing to the family and don't brush it off in front of them. But later, in your apartment, simply lift the hair off with a piece of masking tape. Remember that as we refine ourselves through our appearance and conduct, we'll reflect modesty and dignity. It's proper to care about how we look and act, so that we'll be radiant and impressive examples of the gospel.